Well, we were talking about philosophy of ministry, just how important that is.
That there's a distinct difference with Christian camping. It's not just sharing the gospel with kids in a Bible lesson or in a one-on-one. The key to Christian camping is actually keeping Christ right in the center of everything that you do.
Coming into the LTD year, the thing that made me the most nervous about being here was counseling. Camp Forest Springs really provided great counselor training, and I felt much more prepared to be a counselor in a cabin full of girls week after week, and I really enjoyed the time that I was able to spend with them.
I think that one of the biggest things for me this year has been learning to follow. We come in and we're told that we're learning to be leaders, and it's a leadership and training development program. And I've actually come in and had to look at it in a different way, that in order to be able to successfully lead, you have to be able to willingly follow.
We did a class on our strengths, and it was valuable to put titles on some of the things.
I would say we came to camp to work together. I would say that was affirmed that we enjoy working with each other.
Something that I really learned actually back during counselor training that has stuck with me throughout the year, and I think I'll take with me the rest of my life, is the idea of listening and asking good questions. That has really made an impact in how I communicate.
I think my favorite times were the times where we were just able to talk about what's next, life.
I would thank everyone, because I've just gotten so much encouragement from everyone else in the program.
One of my favorite memories more recently was when we all went skiing at Granite Peak.
We did the high ropes course, and right after that was a favorite experience. Was learning a little bit more about this class.
I really enjoyed heavy machinery class and learning to run a chainsaw, backhoe, all those fun things.
When we went on our LTD canoe trip, we got 6 people in one canoe, and we went down the rapids. We didn't sink, but we were full of water.
Just those unexpected moments when we were in the middle of everything and we found ourselves coming together as a group, just having an opportunity to build each other up just for a minute or two. And then we were off in other directions.
I really enjoyed teaching ski lessons this year.
Also learning how to ski. Really, Della is a great instructor.
God only gives good gifts, so He's been teaching me that whatever He has next for me, whatever He gives me, whatever I don't understand, is good.
We've learned a lot of things along the way, little things here and there.
Like canoeing down a river, or using a chainsaw, or driving a skid steer.
I think one of the biggest things that we've come to realize is that it's all in the Lord's hands, and we're okay with that. It's been really neat to be with this group of people, to be with my classmates. I'm looking forward to all of us being able to come back to camp in the years to come, see what it's become, and be able to look back on it and see how we actually had a chance to affect and shape these different things too.
God made me to be someone who looks forward to cultivating relationships with young girls and discipling them so that they can grow in their maturity with Jesus Christ. So I really enjoyed that aspect of my LTD year.
I guess I've been learning more to just trust God that things are going to come up and He can get me through.
I'm hoping to be involved in ministry down the road with a very hurt people group, and listening is going to be a huge part of that.
Talking to Norm before we came into LTD, he said it's always good to go through this program after you've been newly married to find out when you're planning on in the future working together, can you work together? And I think that we found out that we can work together. So I'm very grateful for Danielle.
I was impressed with the Wileys. They really showed what God had made them to do, what they're going to Germany to do.
Jael definitely has a ministry with young ladies. There were a couple times I'd be going through the food line and she'd just pull me aside and speak words of encouragement to me, and the Lord used her to pick me up.
It was very clear when they came in that they know what God wants them to do, and that they followed what He wanted them to do.
Shane has been really consistent from the time that we got here. He's had a positive attitude, and you can just see how faithful he is.
We've had a lot of fun talking about hunting and fishing and things like that.
He has an ability to be able to sit down in a group of young people, and it's been really neat to watch how quickly he has an ability to develop a relationship.
Shane has a real love for Camp Forest Springs and camping in general. From the very beginning, it was clear that he loved this place.
The group this year overall has been great. Couldn't ask for a better LTD class.
I will definitely miss the community that is found at Camp Forest Springs.
I would say a key part of our growth as a group is just casual time together.
I've seen the bonds really start to develop that you can look at and believe, 4 or 5 years from now, this contact will still be here.
Learning to develop that temporary community wherever the Lord does lead me will be something that I take away from my LTD experience.
What I've learned about Christian camping this year, it really truly is a lifelong ministry. You are serving the Lord, and you just are investing everything you have into it for Him.
Wherever God takes us is okay.
God is faithful, and God is growing us.
I think one of the biggest things that we've come to realize through this year as far as what's next is that it's all in the Lord's hands. This year has really helped us to put our trust in the Lord that He does have a plan for us, and as long as we're where He wants us to be today, He's going to take care of it all.